Houston's market report as of December 1st. My name is Isaac Rose, and also if you stick towards the end or honestly just skip around, I have timestamps in the video. I'm going to discuss why you need to know what you need to know before you go and purchase a home in 2022 or moving forwards, as the Federal Reserve has said a couple of things that have made the stock market and futures, crypto even, and the real estate market kind of iffy on what the rates are going to be and how the Federal Reserve is handling inflation and tapering. But first, we're going to start with the real estate, and again, timestamps are in the bottom of the video if you want to just skip straight ahead to that and you don't care. But if you do live in Houston and you want to know the current update on the market, then this is for you. So in the past year, we have seen $3.2 billion worth of real estate being sold in the greater Houston area, which is up 7% from the prior year. We see that the average single median home is $305,000. This is not a big change from the last time I made this video about a month or two ago. It's still a 15% jump from the year prior. We see the average sales price in Houston is $377,000, which is up 13% from the prior year. New construction, the average price is $395,000, with it being up 14% prior to last year, which makes sense due to supply chain problems and just the insane jump. I believe on the NASDAQ at the all-time high, we saw lumber up 550%. Crazy. Our average days on market here in Houston is 32 days. Now this does include single family homes, which are resale, and we see new construction and rental property. So this takes into account everything, condos, all of that good stuff. The average days for new construction is 60 days to sell, which is pretty quick. Most of these builders, I notice, tend to list as soon as they pretty much got the foundation poured. And if people want to go check out the model homes and whatnot, they're happy with it, they're selling it. So typically by day 60, the house is not really, I don't think, anywhere close to finish. I'm helping some clients right now, and it's on day 150, if I remember correctly, and they just put in the sheetrock. So that is saying something for how quickly these new construction homes are selling, and that builders are just cranking them out because there's such high demand for real estate still. And speaking for the real estate demand, we still see a really low amount of inventory here in Houston. An average market is about 6 to 12 months. After that, you're pretty much in a buyer's market, or after 6 months. 6 months is about an average market. Anywhere below that is a seller's market. And boy, do we have one. Houston alone has 1.8 months worth of inventory as of December 1st. You do have to take into consideration Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. People don't want to deal with having to have showings and whatnot, but all those who are motivated sellers and buyers are definitely still looking to buy and sell real estate as of this time. So we see Houston has 1.8 months worth of inventory, 4,300 homes active, and $681,000 is the average price for sale currently. In Katy, we see 0.7 months worth of inventory, or 457 homes actively for sale, and an average sales price of $495,000 right now. And these are just a few of the more popular areas I tend to work in the Houston area, more so on the west side of Houston. And inventory is just really low in a lot of places, under a month for almost all of these. The Woodlands, we're at almost half a month's worth of inventory, just a little over. We see 107 homes on the market for sale. And that gives us an average listing price for sale right now at $1.35 million. Not cheap. For Cypress, we see 0.8 months worth of inventory, or 254 homes actively for sale, at an average price of $595K. For Montgomery, we see 1.4 months worth of inventory, 229 homes actively for sale, at an average sales price of $669,000. And in Conroe, we see a month and a half's worth of inventory, or 533 homes actively for sale, at an average sale price of $433,000. One more thing to note as well is during this time, we have seen 8% less listings currently actively for sale than last year. But at the same time, we have seen 18% more listings sell this time than during last year. So interesting fact to know. So that mostly includes our Houston real estate market on a few hot areas, and the overall inventory is still sitting very low. Now, talking about Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve and what they had to say in regards to inflation and tapering, is that they're actually going to be speeding it up by printing less money. So crazy. 40% of all the dollars ever printed have been done in the past 12 months, if you did not know that. So as Jerome Powell had just said, actually, I believe it was in the past few days, had said inflation is indeed not transitory, after telling us it was for the past year. So you make of that as you will. But overall, the government has been spending about $120 billion or printing worth of bonds, and that's how the banks lend them out, all that good stuff. So they've been doing $120 billion per month. They have been reducing it to 105 as of November, and then expected 90 million by December. So right now they're just going to have 90 billion by the end of this month, and then they're going to reduce it by $15 billion every single month moving forward. So definitely a big jump, and that was supposed to be going until next summer. But, and this is where it's starting to scare people, especially when it's coming to the rates, and this is why you really need to know this, especially if you're going to purchase a home using financing, is that they are actually thinking of tapering it. So that $90 billion, it's going to go to zero by, I believe they had said, by Q1 instead of the summer. And as soon as they stop tapering and stop spending money every month, it's going to start raising the interest rates. But if you're considering purchasing a home after the tapering happens, then your rates are going to be a bit higher. How high? I'm not sure. Right now we see the 2% to 3% for interest rates right now, and who knows how high it will go. So, but anyways, that is my market report, and I think that if you are considering purchasing a home in 2022 and moving forward, that you definitely need to know that possible rates are definitely going to change. So if you plan on holding a home for 30 years, locking in an interest rate right now would be a nice hedge against inflation, just because we can see that the Fed can just print money like that. So it's what's causing all this real estate to keep going up. So if you enjoyed this market update, please leave me a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe if you like to see other real estate related content. If you want to see a shorter version of this in the future, I do post it on my Instagram. So with all that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and stay safe.